that humanity has put on restrictions and containments. The difference with nuclear technology, though, is it's so insanely expensive that only the richest governments in the world can afford to do it. And the stakes are so high if you just lob one against an enemy next door. So nuclear technology, nuclear bombs, is kind of in its own special subset. Pretty much with all other technology, once it's created and a use case has been found, it only grows until it's been replaced by an even better technology. So if it's going to be used, I want to spend my time focusing on how to help people. Because I can tell you right now, it's been very gratifying to me to know that what I used to do primarily just with wealthy people and people that work with large corporations who could hire me for a day of training at a relatively high fee. It's great for me and other people that I've been able to help millions of people around the globe who take my relatively inexpensive online video-based courses. That's been good for me, and it's helped a whole lot of people who would otherwise never be able to afford my expertise. What I'm most excited about is this potential of being able to help those people so much more in a deeper way, a more meaningful way, because they can ask me questions. And ideally, I can analyze their particular needs, coach them, give them a more simulated coaching experience than just watching a video of me. Because my big frustration is people will buy a course of mine, leave a nice review. They've paid me a little money, but they'll just sit back and watch the videos like they're watching Seinfeld or some other comedy. And I'm not very funny. If you're watching me for humor, you're going to be disappointed. You're not a smart, savvy consumer. I only help people if I can really interact with them, get them to speak, get them to critique themselves, and I provide critique. And that is the potential of this artificial intelligence cloning that I'm so excited about. Okay, I need a break. I'm talked out. Who can we ask to fill in for me? Oh, I don't know. Let's put AI TJ to work. TJ Walker AI, can you please summarize in a better organized way than how I did it everything I said in the last 10 minutes? Just give me a nice, succinct 2-minute summary of any intelligent thing I said in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
You've touched on the profound impact and dual-edged nature of technological advancements, highlighting both their transformative potential and their risks. You've noted that while technologies like digital cloning and the internet can revolutionize communication and access to information, they also come with significant challenges, such as the potential for misuse in scenarios like deepfakes or financial fraud. You've expressed a commitment to focusing on the positive applications of these technologies, particularly in democratizing access to quality education and personal development through online platforms. This approach not only broadens the reach of valuable skills and knowledge, but also enhances the depth of learning and interaction, moving beyond passive consumption to active, personalized engagement. This, you believe, is where the true potential of digital cloning lies, not just in mimicking human interaction, but in profoundly enriching it. Considering your focus on leveraging technology for educational and personal growth, how do you envision further integrating digital cloning into your teaching methods to enhance learner engagement and effectiveness?
I got to say, I'm impressed by that. Now, I don't want to anthropomorphize. This digital TJ did not think. It simply processed data and assembled it in a rate that was infinitely faster than my human brain can do. So it heard everything I said, and then presumably it turned it into text, was able to organize it, summarize it, condense it, and then convert it into audio to give us what it just did. And I can tell you, that's a lot better than I could have done. If someone had just called or sent a text saying, hey, TJ, I missed the last 15 minutes. Can you give me a quick summary of what I missed? I would not be able to do that. So to me, that again is one of the surprising things about this cloning technology and AI in general is yes, there are going to be times when it's not as good as a human being. If you need a real friend and you have to use an AI clone, I'm sorry, it's just not going to be as good as a real human being. But for its ability to analyze data, which what words are, to analyze thoughts, process it, organize it, slice, dice, reorganize it, style it, package it, to do it infinitely faster than a human brain, it is superior. It's already superior. We don't even have to wait for updates and technological improvements. So that to me is profoundly exciting. So I'm still testing these things. We're trying to input more data. I hope in the next week that I'm going to have different versions of my clone come out. One would be just on communication skills. One would be just on personal development issues. And because I have about 50, 65 personal development courses, some of which have nothing to do with communication skills, because I have courses just on how to build stronger habits, courses on how to be more successful in life. Well, communication's a part of that, but also really specific niche courses on how to build a freelancing business, how to be a media trainer. Although that one obviously does touch on communication skills, it deals with a lot of very, very practical tips on how to build a business, how to market a business. So I'm trying to come up with different versions of my clone. And then there'll be one on my website just for new business prospects, because they typically all have the same questions. Yes, everybody's different. Everyone's unique. But for the most part, if you're a new business prospect and you found me by searching presentation skills or communication skills or media training, typically it's because you want to know the answer to, do you do in-person training? Do you do online training? Do you have an online course? How do you charge? What do you charge for a full day of in-person training? What do you charge for a half day of training? There are about 10 questions that come up 90% of the time if someone comes to my website. Wouldn't it be really nice if my clone knew that as soon as you came on, asked you what questions you have, and by the way, do you have any of these questions? And then you could see me pop on screen saying, "Hi, James," or "Hi, Sanjay. Thanks for stopping by. You may be wondering," ask the question they were already thinking or that they pushed a button on where I can talk to them. I could see that as profoundly, profoundly helpful. RR writes in and says, "I'm in favor of strives in tech, but also cautious of what I think folks need to be." I think I'm getting the gist there. You're all in favor of advancement in technology, but you do want to have a proper level of caution. I agree completely. So what I'm trying to focus on is, again, the positive elements for helping people. I may be doing something that's opening me up for problems. I'm trying to think of that ahead by programming my clone to avoid certain topics. So for example, you can give instructions to your clone. So I have custom instructions. I did mention this the other day.